would like to acknowledge the careers of our GG Seniors players, a group of tremendous leaders, students in 6 different faculties, and fantastic teammates. Thank you all for that you have contributed to the history of GG's women's rugby. Ce groupe d'athlètes seniors ont fait preuve de leadership, démontré la détermination et contribué énormément à l'équipe pendant leur carrière avec le cri et grenade. Merci pour tout ce que vous avez donné. Voici les athlètes seniors 2023 de vos GGs. Please make some noise for the 4th year GGs. At center, from Dunrobin, Ontario, Winnie Au. On the wing, from Oshawa, Ontario, Anjali Jagannathan. This season's leading scorer from Ottawa, Ngozi Mosindi. In the front row, representing Atlanta, Georgia, Blessing Nkundaye. In the back row, from Ottawa, Rachel Steele. From Abbotsford, BC, in the front row, Michaela Sweeting. Now for the 5th year GGs. From Stouffville, Ontario, number 15, Aurora Bowie. From Burlington, Ontario, your all-Canadian lock, Ketsia Kamba. Ottawa's very own scrum half superstar, Julia Latremouille. In their 5th years of eligibility and finishing their youth sports careers this year after joining the Garnet and Grey in 2022, a common law student from Dunrobin, Ontario, Kaylee McMillan. A Masters of Human Kinetics student from St. John's, Newfoundland, Sophie Picard. Also pursuing a Masters of Human Kinetics from Springwater, Ontario, Jamie Lee Walker. And finally, a group of 3 GGs who started with the team in 2018, making them 6th year GGs. A computer science student from Winnipeg, now in her 4th year of eligibility, your number 8, Tylo Borsboom. In the front row, wearing number 2, a master's student in health sciences from Burlington, Ontario, now in her 4th year of eligibility, Emma Wade. At center, a graduate from the Faculty of Health Sciences and a product of Peterborough, Ontario, and now in her 5th year of eligibility, Sarah White. Those are your GG seniors for 2023. Voici les athlètes seniors 2023 de vos GGs. Make some noise. At this time, as part of our pregame program, please join us for the Indigenous affirmation, followed by a recording of the national anthem. Dans le cadre de nos cérémonies d'avant-match, joignez-nous pour l'affirmation autochtone, suivie de l'hymne national. As we gather for this event, the GGs pay respect to the Algonquin people, who are the traditional guardians of this land. Nous reconnaissons le lien sacré de longue date l'unissant à ce territoire qui demeure non cédé. Nous rendons également hommage à toutes les personnes autochtones qui habitent Ottawa, qu'elles soient de la région ou d'ailleurs au Canada. We acknowledge the traditional knowledge keepers, both young and old, and we honor their courageous leaders, past, present, and future. Merci. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Matt Anthony Field, where the U Ottawa GGs takes on the McGill Martlets. Today, me, Miami, and my host
Dodge.
will be taking on the commentary job and keep you guys entertained throughout the whole game and potentially teach you a little something about rugby.
Yeah. And today's a pretty special game for the GGs. Not only is it their last home game of the regular season on Matt Anthony, but it's also Waskanain Demoan, which is the Festival of Light. It's a festival in collaboration with the Indigenous Resource Center. So we have Indigenous performers at halftime, so don't go anywhere. The broadcast will keep going for that. And then Indigenous vendors and lots of different activities going around the field. So super exciting day here at Matt Anthony Field. If you see lots of people wearing orange shirts, it is for the Every Child Matters movement. And then as well, you'll see some of the players with orange ribbon and orange tape.
Welcome.
Bit of a different roster here today for the GGs. Duncan McNaughton has pulled some of his younger players into the starting lineup to get them some RSQ experience. So take it away, Miami. You want to give me the starting lineup for the GGs?
Of course. So for number 1, we're going to have Blessing Okundaye. Number 2, Sophie Picard. Number 3, Sophie McDonald. 4, Tian
Weens.
5, Marley Magnuson. 6, Winnie Au. 7, Rachel Steele. 8, Annalise Way. 9, Julia Latremouille. 10, Jamie Lee Walker. 11, Mercedes Cole. 12, Taylor Hendricks. 13, Ella Blythe. 14, Emanuela Anye. And number 15, Aurora Bowie.
And in the absence of Sarah White today, Aurora Bowie is your captain for the GGs. If you catched our pregame, it is also graduate day, I guess, at Matt Anthony. We paid homage to a lot of graduating players in their 4th and 5th years, Aurora being one of them.
And I believe this is the last game that the GGs are going to play on this field this season.
Yeah.
For regular season?
For the regular season.
Yeah.
Latremouille out to Way. GGs already find themselves in pretty good field position here, only a couple minutes in the game. Mercedes Cole going to take it down the wing and dots it down for 5. Wish we had some TMO on that one.
Rugby World Cup is all on it.
Yeah. And we'll take this little break to give you your McGill Martlets starting lineup. We have number 1, Annette Yu. Number 2, Taylin Chang. Number 3, Asa Douglas. Number 4, Alicia Gilmore. Number 5, Catherine Murphy. Number 6, Kayla Liu. Number 7, Lauren Mins. Number 8, Olivia Ford. Number 9, Angeli Dillon. Number 10, Rory Moffat. Number 12, Anna Henderson. Number 13, Faith Bowden. Number 14, Shane Turner. And number 15, Emma Pierce. We have Jamie Lee Walker here with the convert. Good strike, but just a little short and a little narrow. But GGs will receive the ball again in their own half.
Scored by number 11, Mercedes Cole.
Mercedes Cole also plays for the Jamaican Sevens team.
She does. They competed out in Langford earlier this year for the Rugby Americas North Olympic qualifier. They earned a bronze medal but didn't qualify for the Paris Olympics, so they'll look to do that later this year. Emanuela Anya with the reception, but she steps just out of bounds. Martlet's ball. Number 2, Chang with the throw-in. Looks like the Martlets are opting for a
5-man?
5-man lineout. stolen by Steele. Latremoy with the recovery, but she's hit pretty hard. Ball goes out to McDonald. Strong run.
Looking
Back
for
to
the
Bowie.
exit.
Finds the fullback a little out of position and managed to have it. Sorry, no. Didn't bounce out of bounds. Straight out of bounds. The ball will go back to where
It got
Bowie kicked it from. Martlet line out again. Ball is thrown a little short, hits the ground, and Sophie Picard from St. John's, Newfoundland recovers. Going to try and exit a bit more cleanly this time. Sorry, turned over by the Martlets. McGill with good field positioning. Out to tight head prop number 3, Asia Douglas.
Good hands here from McGill. Quick ball.
Nice offload.
Gigi's trying for the jackal here. Could not succeed.
Nice inside ball to number 6, Kayla Liu. Oh, and a huge hit by Rachel Steele. Pushes the Martlets back about 5 meters.
Martlets trying to find a gap through all this garnet.
So far, a good defensive effort by the GGs. Another hit behind the gain line. Martlet's still retaining possession, though. Opt for the small chip kick, but it's fielded by Walker to Bowie. His look takes it outside. Anye goes through 3 McGill players. Ref says hands off to Lauren Mins. Bowie with the kick over the head of the fullback.
Good recovery. Bowie
Chasing her own kick, but she's met by a couple of GG's forwards.
deep in their end zone now. And McGill probably going to try and exit.
Penalty against the GGs, losing their feet in the ruck. Bit too eager there, you know, in sight of the try line. And sometimes
you get excited.
Early in the game too, and like we said, lots of young faces in the starting lineup. McGill line out. Up for the 5-man again. Going up in the middle, but it's overthrown. Thought it was a little unstraight, but Martlets recover.
Good tackle by Sophie Picard. And again. McGill picking and going in their own 22.
Look to set a platform for an exit kick, probably. But it's big hits coming from the GG's forwards. Still opting for the pick and go. It's tiring work as a forward.
Now
finally look to attack the edge.
McGill still looking to gain some yardage here.
Martlets try to swing it, but are met in the midfield.
GG's come up hard on defense, making it hard for the McGill Martlets to make some yardage here.
Another high kick. Oh, just off the foot of Bowie, and number 14, Weens, picks it up. So for those of you who don't know rugby that's super well, if you kick it to a player who was offside who plays it, it's a penalty against that team. Lauren Mins, former GG, gonna look for the sideline.
And finds it.
See another Martlets line out here.
Right in front of the camera. Line out, the ball gets thrown between the two teams, so it's a fair
Contest.
contest. But obviously the team throwing would like to get the ball back.
Rachel still gets a hand on it, but it's
Not straight.
not straight.
So since the ball was not straight, now the GGs have the option of either, because it's their ball now, they have the option of either scrumming or doing another line out.
Lots of teams in this position opt for the scrum. It's a bit more of a likelihood you'll get the ball back. Like we said, it's a fair contest at the line out, and although it is at the scrum, too, the team that with the put in has certainly an advantage. Latremoy with the put in here. Out to Hendricks. Walker finds Bowie.
And called forward.
Forward pass. I thought it was a pretty flat, but I'm not the ref, so.
We don't see everything. GG's on defense. Gill with the ball.
I believe it's our first scrum for the Martlets. Pushed back a bit by the GGs, but retained possession.
Mins going
Mins.
for a couple yards here. Takes a couple GGs to take her down.
Good forward momentum, but a missed pass. And number 6 gets swarmed by Ella Blythe.
McGill ball still.
Just knocked out of the hands of McGill 10, Rory Moffat. So GG scrum. About 12 meters into their attacking zone.
It seems like the GGs are opting for a mid-scrum option.
Yeah, they've got both sides stacked pretty evenly. You can see Walker and Bowie right behind the scrum. Can go either way. It's kind of a threatening position to be in on defense, especially when you have speed like Mercedes Cole and Manuela Anye on the edge.
Manuela Anya, I believe, had a hat trick last week.
She did. The GGs had their crosstown rivalry game against the Ravens and managed to come out on top 68-0. Pretty commanding victory. Latremoy. Way picks it. Out to Latremoy again. Tip line to Ella Blythe.
Ruck is won by McGill.
Turned over. Martlet's going to play out of their own end zone. That was 3H Douglas. Out to Lauren Mins. It's a strong runner. Taken down by Ella Blythe. Going to play it in the edge here. But it's a nice tackle by Anye. Martlet's doing a really good job at retaining possession, but getting slowly pushed further back into their own half here. Flat ball, retain possession. Pick and go here. coming from the McGill forwards.
McGill slowly getting some yardage now through pick and goes.
Certainly is some hard yards, though, if you're a forward.
Yeah, usually you are trying to do pick and goes close to
Your try line.
your try line.
Bit more incentive to take that beating, but almost picked off by La Tremoille. But then a big hit coming from Sophie McDonald.
Good tackle here by
Tien.
thank you.
Another big hit by Winnie Au.
McGill still having a hard time gaining some yards here, especially with the hard.
Got a bit of momentum here on the edge. Taken out of bounds by La Tremoille. And GG's finally win the ball over after some really good defensive effort here.
GG's did not let anyone through. GG's line out, and there are 7. It's a 7-person line out.
Up to Steele, in for the maul. Good momentum off the bat, but kind of comes to a halt here.
And it is now
Taken down. We'll see if they can produce it. Bit of a high pass. Taylor Hendricks.
Main's trying for the jackal.
Bowie, bit too far for her pass there to Mercedes Cole, so she takes it in herself. Rachel Steele with a small gain. Ella Blythe with a nice step and a half break.
Still going.
Oh, and she goes over the try line.
What a good fight.
Past couple games, Ella has come off the bench and made such an immediate impact to the GGs. Scored when she came in against Montreal and scored also when she came in against the Ravens. And then in the starting lineup here again.
Jamie Lee Walker here for the conversion.
Last time these two teams met up, it was in McGill last year. 82-0 for the GGs. And in fact, McGill has not scored a point against Ottawa since a 72-5 loss in 2016.
For McGill?
GG's try scored by number 13.
Yes.
That was a tough year.
The convert is good from Jamie Lee Walker.
Their number 10 was Brianna Miller. That girl can play rugby, let me tell you.
She sure can. GG's will look to field the drop kick here from Martlett's number 10, Moffat. Goes kind of low. Tien Weens with the recovery.
Couple stiff arms.
Good clear out by the G's. Out back to Walker, who sends it over the head of the McGill fullback. This might be a 50-22, and it is. A gorgeous, gorgeous kick there by Jamie Lee Walker.
For those that don't know, 50-22 is a new rule for in the World Rugby rule book, where if you
Kick from your own half and the ball bounces into the opposite 22, you'll regain possession in the lineout. Whereas anywhere else on the field, if you kick it out of bounds, it'll be the other team's ball.
Yeah.
Looking to reward some attacking kicking and, skilled kickers. So great display there from Walker. Oh, and the lineout misses, goes to McGill. but they're deep in their own red zone.
McGill going for pick and goes again.
It's a nice pick from number 2, Chang. Good double tackle by the GGs.
McGill looking for the
Go
exit.
back to Moffat. Crossfield kick. Anye recovers, but met right away by number 12, Anna Henderson.
Great defense by McGill.
Latremoy finds a hole. Bit of a stiff arm. Another stiff arm, and she's going to dot down for 5.
Sneaky little Julia.
Yeah. Very skilled scrum half in her 4th year of eligibility. She has lots of experience here. So easy for her to pick out when the defense shifts a bit too much.
Julia coming from a long line of SPK, aka St. Pete's Knights.
Yeah.
Alumni, I guess.
Jamie Lee Walker again with the convert. Currently leads the GGs for conversions made. It's a nice kick, but it doesn't go through. Currently 17-0, about halfway through the first half. That'd be a quarter if you're good at math.
Good job.
Thanks. Moffat again gonna look to drop kick to the GGs. It's a nice drop kick. Bowie gonna kick it right back. She's been able to find touch, and she was in her own 22, so Martlet's line out at half. You know, GGs have managed a couple times to find the Martlet's back 3 out of position with some kicks. So maybe look to capitalize off that going into the rest of the game.
Especially with the backs that the GGs have.
Yeah.
They have speedsters, Mercedes and Emanuela.
Not to mention Ella Blythe and Aurora Bowie. Martlet's line out, recovered, out to Mins. Dominant tackle by Tien, takes her to deck. Ball goes out to Moffat again, spins it out.
Back ball, running.
Ella Blythe takes her down behind the gate line. Some good ball movement from Martlet's, but just misses their target there. Number 13, Faith Bowden, gonna take it in. Kick coming from Martlet's. Gonna go back to where they kicked it from as it was kicked straight out of bounds. This rugby game right now is the middle game of a triple header here at U Ottawa.
There was a soccer game this morning against Queens, I believe.
There was.
Women's soccer. And then now there's a women's rugby against McGill. And then tonight at 7 p.m., the long-awaited game against the GGs and the McGill Martlets.
RCQ final rematch from last year.
Yeah.
GG's with driving maul. Able to bring it back in field. It's twisting a little bit. Ref says that's 2. He'll give you the count of 3 before he, with it not moving, before he...
Ball's out. Julia Tremoy quick on her feet.
Taylor Hendricks, Jamie Lee Walker, Bowie.
Good defense by McGill.
That's Ramoy gonna attack the edge again with
Ella
Ella Blythe. And she's so quick. She's gonna bring it down the center for another 5 to her name.
Seems like the game stopped there when she.
Yeah. Ella's one of these players who came in, got a bit of playing time in her first year. Now she's in her second year and really just made so much progress over the off season. So it's really great to see her making such an impact on the GGs this year.
Yeah. Again, beautiful day here at Mount Anthony Field. I hope
Feels like a summer evening.
Oh yeah. I hope everyone at home is enjoying their home as well. And it's as beautiful.
Miami's just bragging to everyone that's not here.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Jamie Lee Walker with the convert right down the center. And it's good. 24-0 for the GGs, 15 minutes left in the half. Interesting thing about this GG's roster is the amount of players who have transferred from other universities. We have Sophie Picard, transferred from Acadia. They're doing masters after playing for other universities. Sophie Picard,
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Walker from Waterloo, Emanuela Anye from Calgary, Kaylee McMillan and Grace Anderson from Trent. I'm sure there's more that I can't think of at the moment.
Alicia?
Leah Stiles from Queens. Ooh, good pressure, but great kick from Aurora Bowie. Again, she finds the fullback out of position, over the head with a couple bounces.
15 going for a little run here, met by Ella Blythe. Martlet's looking for.
Oh, a huge hit by Mercedes Cole brings the Martlets back another probably 7 meters. Good line speed. Oh, a huge hit by Sophie Picard. Just mentioned she played a couple years at Acadia. Martlets getting pushed deeper into their own red zone, but still trying to play it out. Another big hit at behind the gain line, not yard.
Gain yard. McGill still trying to find a way out of their own red zone here. Still keeping ball possession. Now going for pick and goes.
Very few penalties conceded on both sides so far today. Been a lot of retention of the ball. It's nice to see them be able to play their systems a bit more. I know the GG's home opener versus Laval, it was a lot of set piece, which is also great to practice in a game, but you know, working on your structure is also beneficial.
Yeah, good line by 13 here. McGill still under 22.
Gain a bit of yardage on that run.
Other pick and goes.
Nice tackle.
Usually in your 22 as a team, you're either trying to get out of it in as little passing as you can, and then if you break the line, that's great for you. If you can't, you usually tend to kick it out and gain some territory instead of being stuck in your red zone, because it is awfully close to your try zone.
They have managed to gain a bit of yardage here. They started at their 10 at one point. Another big hit by Mercedes Cole behind the gain yard. I'll say it again. Gain line. A bit of a blitz defense.
McGill finding it really hard to break through this garnet and gray wall.
McGill's still not opting for the kick. Looking to try and spin it, but
lots of running sideways for McGill, so it's making it
here comes the kick.
easier for the defense to
Walker gonna try and take the outside, and she does. Oh. Bit of a delayed whistle for the knock on.
What was the call?
Knock on.
Oh, sorry.
Just said that.
I'm a great listener.
So it'll be a Martlet scrum. Maybe they'll be able to break the U Ottawa defense off the scrum when there's a bit more open space. Good pressure by the GGs, but Lauren Mins picks to the short side.
Uses all her power to get through 4 GGs.
Douglas takes it in.
GG's coming up hard on defense, making it hard for McGill to gain some yards.
GG's having a really good defensive effort here, but it's taking a long time for them to get rewarded for it. You know, they haven't, like I said, they haven't gotten many penalties, and McGill has retained the ball pretty well. Here we go. Penalty to the GG, for the GGs.
Sophie McDonald with a jackal ball.
McDonald.
A jackal ball, for those of you who don't know, is how can I say this in the most non-rugby way? When you...
This is all you, Miami.
Okay, let me try this. When you, let's say you have the ball in hand, you get tackled. The other team can clamp onto you and make it impossible for you to move the ball back to your teammate. And that's a jackal.
Yeah, it's basically stripping the ball off the player on the ground.
Yeah. What that means is it's good for you because then your team that was on defense is now on offense and you got the ball back.
Great reach by Annalise Way in the line out here. They're going to opt again for the driving maul. It's pretty good defense by Martlets. Sophie Picard picks to short side.
And
somehow turned over by the Martlets, but then immediately taken out of bounds. We'll see another GG's line out on the 5. Looks like a McGill substitution's being made. Number 21, Maya Belbeck coming in.
for the number 9.
That is Angeli Dillon. McGill again, deep in their red zone here. Believe what happened was the GGs knocked it on, and that's how McGill were able to get possession. And after they ran out of bounds, they go back to the original call. Love to see a bit more kicking from McGill to get out of their own end zone here.
Min's going for a run still.
She's a strong runner. Gigi's overloading the short side a bit. Advantage to Martlets. Back to Moffat. Short chip right over the defense. It was almost a really good play, but unfortunate bounce. We'll go back to the original penalty call against the GGs. Unsure what the offense was.
6 minutes left here in the first half. Lauren Mins with the penalty kick. And finds it.
Martlet's line out. Looks like they're opting for 5 again. Managed to field it cleanly. To Moffat. To Mins. Tip ball just misses a target.
But McGill retains the ball.
No one there for the pass. Oh, just bobbled forward, I believe. It's going to be a GG scrum on the 5-meter line here. Five-meter scrum is a good opportunity for a pushover try.
Which I believe the forwards like to do sometimes.
They do like to do it sometimes. So basically what they try and do is drive the scrum over the try line and keep the ball in the scrum until they're over. They won't opt to do that, but it is a good option. Taylor Hendricks with the show and go.
Met by Lauren Mins on the 5-meter. GG's going
Forwards
for
pick.
Yep. Beat me at it.
Gotta be quicker than that.
I didn't know it was a race.
Blessing
Blessing.
Akunde.
Still beat me at it.
Lots of space in front of Mercedes Cole if they can get it there. Going back to a penalty against the Martlets. Can't see what the call is from here. But looks like GG's are going to opt to run it. Rachel Steele finds a try line. $29-0 for the GG's.
Banger song. Makes you want to be down south, you know?
It feels like we're down south with the sun here today.
All we need is a rum and coke or a little margarita.
Beach, maybe.
Sand in your toes. Jimmy Lee Walker here for the convert. And it's good.
Bit of a short turnaround here for the GGs. They only played the Carleton Ravens on Thursday, and on Saturday they'll be traveling to Montreal to play Concordia. So ending up playing 3 games in 8 days. So good thing they can get a bit of a different roster today, kind of share the load between those 3 games, and also get some girls some experience in their SQ. Some of these girls haven't played yet this season, so.
Tried for a short kickoff so the McGill could potentially get their own ball back, but fortunately it went out of bound, so it's going to be a GG ball.
Two minutes left to play in the half. Ball goes up to Steele.
Not straight.
Not straight, apparently. Usually we take the half as a bit of a stoppage time for our broadcast, but like we said, today we have Indigenous performers, so we invite you guys all to stay on the broadcast and watch the halftime show with us.
Probably a good time to do some refill for those of you at home that can drink.
We're on the job.
Unfortunately. One day, Dodge.
Strong GG scrum, picked by Lauren Mins. Seems to be their go-to, but she's a great runner, so why not?
Lauren Mins, former GG.
Yep, she in 2017 was the RCQ Rookie of the Year.
Scored 7 tries against McGill that year, actually. Her own team right now.
Now attending law school at McGill. It's good to see her out in the field again, even if it isn't in Garnet Grey. Speaking of GG's alum, we had a couple of our alumnae play for Canada over the weekend.
Yeah.
Claire Gallagher played at 10, Maddie Grant at 12, and Alex Ellis as a substitute front row. Always great to see former GGs on the international stage. Way is going to pick. Met quickly by Mins. That's a Moy. Back to Walker. JL Dubs with a nice kick. Fielded nicely by the
number 15.
McGill fullback, Emma Pierce.
Nice steps. Ella Blythe still manages to tackle 15.
The straightforward running by Annette Yu.
McGill here.
Moffat out wide. Almost recovered by Mercedes Cole, but instead delivers a nice hit. Gonna go short side here. Number 12 back inside to number 5, Catherine Murphy. Gigi's trying to get the jackal there, but Winnie just loses her feet.
Good inside ball here for McGill.
Huge hit by some Gigi's forwards. Gonna look to take the edge, that's Pierce. Oh, just knocked on. Recovered by the Gigi's. That's Moy with the ball.
Ella Blythe.
Playing scrum half. Nice hard yards by
Rachel Steele. Gigi still with the ball. Oh, not anymore. Mins with the ball now. We have fun at work. It's hard to see from far, okay, Dodge?
Mins with the pick, I believe.
That is not Mins. Mins is huffing and puffing on the left side over there.
Oh, a bit of an overlap here. But nice tackle by Mercedes Cole again. She's had quite a few good ones today. Gigi is rewarded for the defensive effort. Winnie Au with the jackal. She's a bit of a specialist in that area. Julia Lathmoy going to opt to kick the ball out of bounds to end the half on their own terms. Halftime, 31-0 to the Gigi's.
And again, stick around to watch the halftime presentation.
We want to thank the Indigenous Resource Center, a valued part of the GGs, for elevating this event, and we will now invite co-pres of the Indigenous Student Association, Quanah Travis.
Thank you everyone for coming out, and thank you for an amazing half to all of our athletes. So I want to now take the time to personally invite out 2 very good friends of mine, Dara Wawadi from Kitagon ZE and Barrier Lake First Nation, and Julia Grant or Memingwans Quay from Nipissing First Nation. They're going to dance for us, and it's going to look absolutely freaking amazing. Thank you guys for coming out, and go kill it. Let's go! Run! Run! We have drills. Yamagoa, Dara, and Juliana, thank you guys for showing us your amazing dances. I'm glad to call you both my friends. And thank you, Gigi's community, for giving them the time to perform for us all. I'm going to give you all a reminder that before halftime is up, we have another friend over here at the edge of the field who does have a vendor table set up there selling handcrafted merchandise, and I would encourage you all to go check it out. Thank you very, very much.
Welcome back. Second half underway here at Matt Anthony Field. Got a couple of substitutes in for the GGs. On the wing, well, not on the wing, but on the edge here, number 20, we got Mackenzie Kosh. And number 18, Alicia Comtois. Also have Kaylee McMillan coming in. GG's starting out the second half strong here with a scrum. Two new props, as I just mentioned, and then Mackenzie Kosh is making her what's that word? Appearance.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
In the Garden Grey. She never listens to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'll be better.
She's on the open side flank position at the moment. La Tremoy is going to take it short side.
By herself. And her teammates are there to protect her. Great. And Elise.
Gets swarmed right away by McGill's number 8. Out to Picard. Hard yards.
Half break.
La Tremoy to to Way. Just knocks it forward. Advantage to the Martlets. They're going to play it. Good ball movement.
Kaylee going for the jackal.
Looks like she's going to get it. Sorry. We're going to go back to the knock-on. Advantage never gained to the Martlets. Hope you guys enjoyed the halftime performance here as a part of Waskaninda Damoan, a lighted journey in collaboration with the U Ottawa Indigenous Resource Center. You can find them on Instagram at U Ottawa Indigenous. They have lots of events going on throughout the university, and with National Day for Truth and Reconciliation coming up, they will be posting about events going on around the city, so take a look. Martlet scrum. Strong scrum from the GGs. Pops out the side, but GG is going to be rewarded for that drive. Penalty against the Martlets for collapsing the scrum. Aurora Bowie just barely finds touch, but the Martlets is going to knock it back in field.
And the GGs get the ball back.
Advantage to the GGs. They're going to look to pick and go, and it's going to be Winnie Tran Au who finds the try line. We also have an Indigenous DJ on the field today, so some of the music you hear today is his work. Aurora Bowie is going to line up for the kick. Left-footed kicker, so a bit of an advantage over Jamie Lee Walker on this side. It's a nice strike, but it's just gonna be wide on the right.
GG's try scored by number 6, Winnie Au.
Score is now 36-0 for the GGs. Moffat with the kick. Hit backwards by Bowie. Anye is going to recover. take it in field. Ball's gonna go straight back to Bowie. A nice kick. Gonna bounce a couple times before being knocked on by the Martlets.
Hard to see with the sun in the face as well.
GG scrum 5 meters into their own half. Last one was quite dominant. We also, sorry, we, I was gonna say we had a substitution, but then I realized it wasn't. Marley Magnuson has been on this whole game. That's Moy with the put in. Bit more stable on the Martlets' behalf. Terry's gonna take it in. That's a substitution.
There you go. I was gonna say Terry.
There was a substitution, it just wasn't in the forwards. Kaylee McMillan, hard yards. Aurora Bowie. Ella Blythe hit hard by the Martlets, but managed to find gain line. Ball pops out. And
McGill ball.
McGill ball, penalty not releasing. I think Julia Latremoy thought the call was a scrum, but just a bit confused by those hand signals.
Oh, McGill.
They are calling a scrum, so she was right.
Julia just predicted it.
She's just that good.
This gives me time to do a little shout out to all the alumni that couldn't make it here today at the field, since it is also alumni game day. All the alumni that played GG's got a free ticket to come see this game today.
And free food.
And free food. Wow, beautiful. So Emma Sandstrom, if you're listening, this one's for you. I'll do more shout outs throughout the...
Okay, there's a long list to go through, I guess.
I know, but Emma Sandstrom was the first one that came in mind.
Perfect. Mins with the knock on. It's going to be advantage to the GGs. Scrum coming in here.
Julia Latremoy with the ball.
Taylor Hendricks has slotted over to the fly half position, and I let Jamie Lee Walker's out. Terry Davis on her outside. Julia Latremoy absolutely swarmed by Lauren Mins. Managed to get the balls off to Mercedes, who's going to find some speed. This girl's got a crazy speed. Huge run from Mercedes Cole, showing her 7 speed. If that girl finds a gap, it's
gone.
It's done. What appeared to be a really great play by the Martlets.
Yeah, Julia Latremoy got pushed back 10 yards, but
ends up
found
being
an offload to Mercedes, and Mercedes just stiffed arm 1-2, and then off she goes.
Currently 41-0 with about 31 minutes left in the second half.
Who else can I shout out? Drea Bennett. She was supposed to be here today. Didn't show up.
Come on, Drea. Alexondo. Yeah.
Aurora with a kick.
Oh, gorgeous.
And makes it. Beautiful. Big smile on the face, Aurora.
GG's try, scored by number 11, Mercedes Cole.
Other alumni that I just thought of, Brianna Phillips, also known as Too Tall.
Bianca Paiement.
Also known as Librarian.
Tori Wyman.
Just Tori.
Just Tori. Some recent GG's alumni, Talia Hennessy, Claire Gallagher, Rataj Abdullah,
Simone Savari.
Victoria Huff out in the UK, or Bowie with the kick. Fielded by McGill Martlets, number 15.
Met by Terry, sorry.
Got Tori on the mind.
Got Tori Wyman on my mind.
McGill looked to take the outside, but met by the GGs. Penalty, not releasing. Great jackal coming from Sophie Picard.
Alex Ellis, another alumni. Shout out to you, girl. Madison Grant as well.
Nice kick by Aurora Bowie.
Afton Maisonneuve, I believe has a new last name now. Not sure, I forgot. Sorry, Afton, if you're watching. Erin McCallan.
Rachel McCallum.
Rachel, the McCallans. Erin McCallan currently saving lives as a paramedic. Irene Petrinos, recently engaged.
Brianna Miller, baby on the way.
Emily Babcock, aka Baby, just popped a baby. Daniela Ellis also.
Danielle Ellis is here, in fact.
Oh, good for her.
So no shout out needed. Advantage coming back. High tackle, I believe.
Sam Ali. Shout out to Sam Ali.
Ellen Murphy, Michaela Haley. Now we're on a roll.
God, hope they're watching. If not, hope somebody tells you. You've been on TV.
YouTube.
Everyone's on YouTube now.
That's Lemoy with the put in for the GG scrum. Pushed back by McGill. Out to Latimoy. To Terry Davis. Nice hard run. Ball is stripped by the Martlets. They're going to lose possession on their own 5 meter. Tough luck for the G's. Couple of knock-ons. First by the Martlets, so it's going to be a GG scrum again on the 5 meter. Again, middle scrum, pretty hard to defend. We've got Taylor Hendrick and Aurora Bowie directly behind the scrum, and then 2 players on either side. Have an injury on the field, so we'll take a moment to tend to that.
And seems like she's okay. Another shout out that I just thought of, Dana Ray, Somerville. Living her best life in Nunavut. Julia with the ball to Aurora.
Roommate connection there.
And try.
High fives all around for the GGs.
Natasha Watcham-Roy, another GG alumni.
Also an Olympian.
Yeah, went to Where did she go? I forget where the
Rio, maybe.
ended up with.
Don't fact check us.
Ended up with a bronze medal.
Maya Montiel, currently on the East Coast. Any other shout-outs, Miami?
Not that I can think of.
I'm sure we'll get there. Beautiful kick by Aurora Bowie. She converts her own try.
GG's try scored by number 15, Aurora Bowie. And she makes a convert as well.
Score is currently 50-0 to the GGs.
And there's 20 minutes left to the game. The men's team will take on the McGill Martlets tonight at 7 p.m. If you guys stick around, we will still be hosting.
Nice kick. Comes off the foot of Anye, but she picks the ball up herself. Strong runner. Min's going to look for the jackal, and she gets it. Looks at the ref if there's going to be a call, but then keeps running. Martless at the ball in their own green zone. Gaining some yards here. Just off target. Winnie almost recovers, but is stripped.
McGill ball still.
Ball goes out to number 5. Catherine Murphy.
No back ball, back to number 15.
Now out to Catherine Murphy. Can tackle by Sophie Picard. Gonna look to attack the edge with their number 13, but it's a huge hit by Taylor Hendrick, number 12. Again, Martlet's still able to retain possession in spite of getting not really moving a whole lot. Moffat gonna take the ball out to 15, Piers. Huge hit coming from Comtois, former Sherbrooke player. Ball out back.
And
Intercepted by Taylor Hendrick. We'll see. Blindside winger chasing her down, but it's not going to be enough. Taylor Hendrick, huge score here. 55-0 GG's. Love to see it.
Love to see it.
Capitalizing off some good defensive effort again by the GG's. That's something I'd like to see more of. You know, they've been pushing the Martlets back on defense, but got to go for a big play, go for a jackal, go for an intercept. Something along
Julia
those
tried
lines.
one earlier.
Yeah.
Little hop.
You know, when you've got the momentum and...
Catch McGill on their back foot.
Yeah. Great foresight by Hendrick. Aurora Bowie with the convert. Again, like I said earlier, left-footed kicker. Nice to have a little mix of both on the team. Different advantages in terms of...
And she makes it.
Where the convert is. 57-0 GG's.
Aurora Bowie now coming off, and...
Anjali Jaganathan is going to come in.
Some fresh legs coming on, 20 minutes till the end of the game.
lots of fresh faces out for the GGs. Short kick, just knocked on by Alicia Comtois.
Too hot to handle. McGill ball. Mins at the number 8 position.
I believe she's been standing in at 8 on offensive. Passes off to her scrum half.
Julia Latremoy meets her pretty well.
McGill pushed back again. Ball out to substitute number 17, Rosalie Dumarché. Moffat gonna try and take it, but big hit by Sophie Picard coming in.
Yes, Mom.
Another big hit. Winnie. What else would you expect from her?
Ooh,
Bit of a
number
half
6.
gap by number 6, Kayla Liu. Bit of momentum for Martlets.
McGill been doing a good job keeping the ball whenever it is under their possession.
Yeah, not too many mistakes causing turnovers. Big run on here for Rory Moffat.
Stolen by number 18, Alicia. Julia with a box kick.
Fielded by Emma Pierce, but good cover tackle by Ella Blythe. Gets up again to make another hit right away. Martlet's ball. Good hit by Teen Weens. 21, Maya Belbach out to her 10. Another big driving tackle by Alicia Comtois. Another huge hit. Winnie Au can look to attack the edge, but McGill knocks the ball on. It'll be a GG scrum, 10 meters into their green zone.
Fortunately, player down here for GG's.
Looks like we're also having a substitution here. Kaylee Brooks, number 24, is going to come in for her first time as a GG in her first year. She'll be on the wing here. Bright pink cleats. Sophie Picard. Looks like she's going to opt to keep playing.
Seems like she's not staying and is getting off the field.
She is indeed. So it looks like Emma Wade will come in at the hooker position.
Julia Tremoy with the ball.
Way to Latremoy, out to Terry Davis, to Ella Blythe with a huge run. Nice line.
Goes down.
Good momentum for the G's. Continue. Oh, just off target here. I didn't think Enlise Way was expecting that pass there.
McGill ball in their 22.
Think we can expect them to try and play it out here. We haven't seen much kicking from the Martlet side other than Rachel Moffat. Big tackle by Mercedes Cole to get the ball back for the GGs. Ketsia Comba's making a bit of a ruckus on the sideline.
When does she not?
AT is going to tend to a McGill player, so we'll just take a brief pause before the line out. I believe Ngozi Masindi was the GG's leading try scorer, but I'm not sure where Ella Blythe's going to stand after today's game. She's definitely going to be up there.
And it is a scrum for McGill.
Guess we're going to go back to a prior call here. That's the knock on by Annalise Way off the huge break from Ella Blythe. Favorable field position for the GGs. They've been able to fend off McGill attack pretty well today. Lauren Minns with the pick.
Going for the blind side.
Met by Winnie Au and then assisted with Mercedes Cole. Pick and go by the Martlets. Seems to be a strategy they've used quite a bit today. Try and get out of their own.
Pick and goes.
Nice ball by McGill. Unsure of the number. Good momentum here coming from the Martlets. Slow moving ball means a good hit by Kaylee McMillan. Ball goes back. Rory Moffat.
Still running.
A bit of a half break. Ball back out to her forwards. Good tackle by Tian Weens.
McGill looking for
just knocked on. Winnie's going to look to play it. That's Remoy to Comtois. Nice offload. Finds Ella Blythe. Angeli Jagannathan is going to keep running. She wasn't held. Ref says no advantage coming from the original knock-on by McGill. So we're going to come back for a U Ottawa scrum. "12 minutes left to play here at Matt Anthony. Again, we see the GGs with 2 stacked behind the scrum and 2 on either side.
Julia Latremoy with the balls in.
Way. Latremoy finds a half gap to Blythe. Oh, too hot, and she knocks it on. Ball finds touch, but we'll probably go back to the initial knock-on by Blythe. I'm sure she would have been home free if she could get that in the hands, but
That would have been a triple header for her.
I believe they call that a hat trick.
Whatever.
Scrum for the Martlets. Haven't been able to escape their own half much.
GGs have been putting up a really good defensive wall here. Very hard to break through.
A lot of discipline on their defensive side, too. Haven't conceded a whole lot of penalties on defense. Gonna reset the scrum here. Ref's not happy with the couple of details here. Scrums can be a bit of a tricky thing. Lots of moving parts. Belbeck with the put in.
McGill trying.
Mins.
Still
picks.
with the run in. Escapes Winnie. Gets straight into
Kaylee Brooks gonna
Terry.
tackle. Huge hit by Latremoy and Weens. Ball out back.
Good line by 10. Good tackle, though, by Terry.
Terry's been having some great defensive hits here. Offload to number 3.
Terry came in last year with only 4 months of rugby knowledge. And now she's killing the game.
Yeah, another one of those players like Ella who has just progressed a lot in the past year. And I'm sure they'll continue to progress throughout their years here at the GGs.
.15 still going when he puts an end to the run.
Slowly but surely, McGill are making some yards here. The garnet and gray wall we mentioned earlier isn't as prominent. Seems to happen sometimes with substitutes coming in and different dynamics. Out to number 19, to number 5. Huge hit by Winnie.
Back ball, more back ball. 15 with the ball.
Just going to be knocked forward by Terry in the tackle. So it'll be advantage to the Martlets. Belbeck out to Ford, passes it out. Moffat's just going to knock it on, but we'll go back to the original error.
It's hard to hear the ref's whistle sometimes.
A little under 8 minutes to play here. Miami, give me your certified impact player of the game, in your humble opinion.
When you say impact, is it someone that came in or throughout
Not
the
necessarily.
whole game?
Someone who just made a big impact on the outcome of the game today. And give me some honorable mentions as well.
I would say Ella Blythe, impact for sure. Huge runs. Very athletic when she steps, and 2 tries.
Not too
So
shabby.
honorable mention to Ella Blythe for sure. Terry comes in just tearing it up.
Tarrying it up.
Just big tackles left and right and center. Unfortunately, Mins is leaving the field here. Seems like she has a nosebleed, broken nose, not sure. But she's been a big player for McGill today. Lots of ball carries, lots of tackles, and sad to see her leave. And then other than that, those are my 2 big impact players for today.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, I think Ella Blythe has had a huge impact on the offensive side, and Terry on both sides, mostly defensive though, I think.
Yeah.
And then I'd also say Kaylee McMillan has come in and made some big hits.
Big time. I mean, Winnie out, just
Winnie
a
out, but
workhorse.
Winnie's pretty consistent in that manner. No matter the game, she's delivering huge hits, and she does it very quietly. You can kind of
She's a silent killer.
go by not noticing her, but she puts in a lot of work on the field, and is certainly appreciated by her teammates, I think.
Big time.
Little bit of a bobble here by the Martlets, so we'll see a center scrum for the GGs. Looks like Lauren Mins might come back in. Might have just been a blood sub.
Correct. Joya Lachamoy with the ball.
She's put in some hard minutes today too. Way to Latramoy. To
Ella
Blythe with a nice line.
Still running.
It's going to be too fast. Oh, tries to offload it, but goes into the hands of a McGill player. Ref's going to have a chat with his sideline referee to see what happened. Going to call a knock on against the GG, so it's going to be a Martlet scrum, but crazy yards being gained.
And that is why a mid scrum is very
advantageous.
Yeah, you never know where they're gonna go, and there's always that little gap. And Ella Blythe found it, but unfortunately could not go through all the way.
Yeah, great lines coming from her today. Her ability to manipulate space on set piece is amazing.
Mins is back, and still hard to tackle.
But Terry's there, so looks like maybe some pick and goes again by the Martlets. Huge hit coming from Emma Wade.
Big tackle.
And she's going to get up and make the next tackle as well. And a third in a row. Huge effort by Emma
her
Wade.
Fresh legs.
A fourth in a row. Oh
Let's
my
see a
God.
Fifth one, Emma Wade.
One more. Oh, she stops at 4, but she's
4 is her limit. McGill still picking.
Takes a quick break before making another tackle. Finally going to look to exit. Ball will go straight out of bounds, but because they were in their own 22, it'll still go back to where the ball went out of bounds. GG's line out. Close to their 22. Three minutes left to play here. Emma Wade's going to throw in for her first line out of the day. Up to Annalise Way, down to Latramoy. Hendricks.
Taken down by Lauren Mins, offloaded to
Cole. Bronwyn, sorry, not Bronwyn, Marley. Just knocks it forward. Seeing a bit more errors here in the latter half of the game.
Fatigue is settling in. McGill ball.
Looks like they got Terry on defense at the first receiver position where she can make some big hits.
Mins with the ball, trips, gets back up.
Again, they're going to look to play the ball out of their own red zone. Terry Davis doing with the hit. Ball just misses target, but we're going to come back to a call against the GGs. Looks like maybe not rolling away from the ref's hand signals.
Once you tackle someone as a tackler, you need to roll away as soon as
You
you're.
need to vacate the premises
Yes, that's
of
the
the
one.
tackle.
Because if you hold on to them, that is a penalty against you. McGill ball.
Score clock says last minute of play, but it's up to the ref. Ball goes to the front booster, but immediately taken out of bounds by Kaylee McMillan. Great defensive read on that play. GGs are immediately going to get the ball back, and we'll see Emma Wade throw in again. GGs will look to end on a high note here. 5-man line out, up to Way, but throw is not straight. Martless will have the option, scrum or line out. They opt for the scrum.
Good option.
Like we said, a bit of a safer option, and especially on a day like today where there's a bit of wind. We've seen some not straight calls at the line out, so good call by McGill. Bell back with the put in. Min's gonna pick again, seems to be their go-to off the scrum. She offloads to
15, I believe.
Pierce. Looks like Julia Latremoy is doing a bit of a pose for us. Calf cramp. Gigi's turn over the ball. Tien Weens to Kaylee McMillan.
Now let's see if the GGs know that their scrum half is down.
Winnie gonna play scrum half. Out to Way. Now Tien to McMillan. To Davis. Nice line by Comtois and a line break here coming from the prop. Good hit.
At least it's taken down by 15.
GG's pressing the try line here with probably the last play of the game.
Mackenzie
Kosh
Kosh with a very
takes it
high
in.
pass, but still makes it.
GG's are doing without their scrum half at the moment. Davis, another great line. Comtois with the pick. And she's going to dot down for 5 in the last play of the game. Great way to end on a high here for the GGs and do it without their scrum half, so. Believe Taylor Hendrick will take the tee in the absence of Jamie Lee Walker and Aurora Bowie. If you're a rugby fan, tune back in at 7 o'clock. GG's men's rugby will play the Martlets men's rugby. It's a rematch of the RCQ final from last year, so surely will be a good game, maybe a bit tighter than this one. And there'll also be more performances by Indigenous artists at halftime and beforehand. So,
And that's game, folks. That's going to be 62-0 for your U Ottawa GGs. Good fights today on both ends.
GG's will look to build off this on the road next Saturday against Concordia. Thank you for joining us today.
And catch us at 7 p.m. again for the GGs against McGill Martlets men's rugby game.